It was the summer of 2019, and I was visiting Iowa City for the weekend with a couple of friends to check out the local sites. One of them, Kyle, was obsessed with creepy stories and insisted we visit Oakland Cemetery to see the Black Angel. I didn't really buy into the spooky tales, but I went along for the fun.
We got there around 10 p.m.
It was warm but dark, with only the path lights casting a faint glow.
When we found the statue, I immediately understood why it freaks people out.
It's massive, pitch black, like it swallows the light, and it stands in a spot where the shadows from the trees seem to move like they were alive. Carl started rattling of the legends, kiss the statue or stare into its eyes, and you'll be cursed. I rolled my eyes, but our other friend, Sarah, was clearly nervous and kept her distance.
To mess with them, I said I'd touch the statue.
I walked up and put my hand on its wing. It was freezing cold, even though the night was warm. Right then, Carl shouted, "Are you crazy?"
And at that exact moment, I heard a weird sound, like a sigh right behind me.
I spun around, nothing. Sarah went pale and said she saw something dart behind the statue, like a shadow, but too fast to be human. We decided not to tempt fate and headed for the exit, but on the way, I started feeling like someone was following us. Every time I looked back, there was nothing there.
Kyle tried to record a video on his phone, but the screen started glitching, and then his phone shut off completely. When we left the cemetery, Sarah noticed a red mark on her wrist, like a bird, where she'd accidentally brushed against the fence near the statue.
She swore she hadn't touched anything hot.
The weirdest part came later.
That night, I dreamed I was standing in front of the angel, and it slowly lifted its head to stare at me.
I woke up in a cold sweat, and the room smelled faintly metallic, like rust.
The next day, Kyle admitted his bracelet, one he'd worn for years, was gone. He was sure he lost it at the statue.
We haven't talked about that night since, but I still avoid even mentioning the Black Angel.